Alright, well I am being told that I am live, so good morning everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is where you are at. This is Dragon Ball Z Super Saiya Densetsu, also known as Legend of the Super Saiyan, also known as, like, the grindiest frickin' RPG that many of you probably played casually. So you're thinking an hour-long estimate. Yeah, okay, let's see what this is about. Right, so this is true any percent. This is, very busted, so why don't we go ahead and just get right into the meat of it. Those of you who know anything about Dragon Ball Z, it starts out with Goku, our main character. He has an evil brother, space alien dude, that shows up and kidnaps his son. So now he has to go work with his arch nemesis Piccolo, well, his arch nemesis at the time, and go fight the evil dude and get going. So right out of the gate, the first thing that we're going to do, which a lot of people didn't realize, and I think it was discovered like, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, is that you can turn off combat while you're flying. Which is very, very useful because we're going to be doing a lot of flying all over the place, so let's not have that be a thing. Is there no game audio? That seems odd. Can you guys not hear the game? That would not be a good thing. I would very much like it if you could hear what was happening here in the game. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to beeline right for the first couple of bosses in the game, both of which are Raditz. Well, one of them technically isn't. It's actually a clone of him, and we just kind of deal with him. So let's go ahead and talk about how busted the game is. This is a Puar card, or Pool, however you want to say it. It restores ki. Goku is at full ki, that's your MP in the game, so it won't let him use it. Now, the inputs in this game are actually really bad. So I can press up and A at the same time and select that first item, which is the Dragon Radar, but it shows I'm selecting the Puar card. So I try to use that on Goku, doesn't work. The icon defaults to the Dragon Radar, and I use the Dragon Radar while in combat, and now I'm no longer in the fight. So imagine how that's going to work out for bosses in this game. Oh no, it's another enemy. Whatever will I do? I'm going to walk away from them. Learning this category effectively means you have to learn how all of the caves and world maps are structured, because you can't really find your way through very easily. And I don't want to be running. I don't want to be running from these fights right now, because if you fail at a run, what will happen is the game takes your combat cards, those 5 cards that line up on the bottom of the screen. They have stats that reflect, if it's a preferred fighting style, that's the icon in the middle. If it matches your character's icon, that means you do more damage with a regular attack, or you can attack multiple enemies with it. The 2 Dragon Balls that are on the card, the top left and bottom right, the top left is your offense. It goes 1 through 8. If it's a Z, it's an 8. That's the best that you can get. A 1 is garbage. You don't want to do that. It also affects how often you're able to, how quickly you go in fights. So the Z, just generally better. Bottom right is your defense rating. It's in Japanese, so you're not really able to, unless you can actually read the Japanese. Just remember 1, 2, 3 is 1 squiggly line, 2 squiggly line, 3 squiggly line. There's a bunch of other symbols. I'll explain them as I go if I have the time to, and then finally a Z is the good one. Having said all that, what we're going to do now is take a fight, because that's Raditz, and we don't want to deal with him just yet, because we'd like to actually be able to get past him. And if you walk into this fight, it won't let you radar away from him. So now you all understand why it's radar percent. Any of these fights, I could just, air quotes, radar away from the fight, and we just go. This fight would take a while. I don't want to deal with this fight, so we're going to go ahead and just get out of that one and look for a better one. I could walk right up to Raditz and try to fight him. The radar will immediately reset the fight, so we don't do that. This is a passable fight, so I will do this fight. It's not the greatest, but I should be able to one-round both of these guys. And then having won this fight, what will happen is the game flags last fight that was encountered. You won. Okay, good. Doing that allows me to walk up on this first boss and then radar past him for some odd reason. If I've won the previous fight, Raditz lays down and dies. And then we leave the cave and we go, we just move on to the next fight and do it again. Oh, I got another Puar card. That's useless. So anyways, here's the first boss. It's not actually Raditz. It's a Cyberman that has the ability to look at an enemy and clone themselves into that enemy, which is really annoying if you've got someone with, oh, I don't know, 2.6 million as a power rating. You don't want that. But anyways, that was the first boss. We just walked past him. Now we're going to go ahead and fight the actual version of him. Here he is. Normally you grab a card that knocks him silly, and then Goku puts him in a headlock, and then Piccolo drops the Mankakso Pop-Po and drills a hole through both of them. Did I not do the thing? I didn't do the thing. There we go. Normally you do all that, but look at my watch, I decided to, nope, Raditz is done, we're past him. So this is Radar %. If you think this is crazy, it's only going to get worse. There are a number of bosses that you cannot radar your way past. But we have clever ways of trying to figure out how to fight these guys. I'll say air quotes clever. What I mean is how you feel about the game looking even more busted. Oh, it's gonna happen. There's also a lot of funny, silly, stupid little things that are going to wind up happening throughout the course of this run. For example, before fighting Vegeta and Nappa, you fight Nappa plants a bunch of seeds, they turn to Cybermen, everybody fights, Yamcha dies, oh no, we're all sad. That's what happens in the manga. We're going to not have any of that happen, and in fact, Piccolo isn't going to die, which is scripted in the game. You're supposed to beat Nappa, and then there's a cutscene immediately afterwards, and he kills Piccolo with a beam. It's what he does. That's not going to happen. We're going to take Piccolo with us to Namek, because we're a rebel. We care not for your plot. The iconic let's go train in this cave with Mr. Piccolo. Everyone remembers that scene from the show, right? Look at my watch. Scene's over. We're done. So here is the... This is the RNG section of the game. So all those fights are terrible and we don't like them. So imagine it's a fight, air quotes, except it's the same mechanics as fighting. But instead you're training on a planet to survive its gravity. This is what's about to happen. So this is the big RNG section of the game. You have to hope that those cards at the bottom of the screen are, you know, good enough to do enough damage to the planet so that you hopefully effectively have won the training. You do that 3 times. Each time you get to use 3. You start out using 10 cards. Hopefully you're able to do enough damage. You get a level up. You're a little more powerful. You move on. Then you get to use 6, and then finally 3. 3 is garbage. You can have the best possible cards in the game that, you know, you have the ability to get your hands on. And the game still occasionally is just gonna kind of react to it with a, no, you failed. So I actually have a safety save, just in case the game is incredibly rude with the RNG. I have it set up. This is not a situation you want to be in, but it's okay. It's okay. We can work with it. I now see in Discord, Lyric, what is this map? This map is what happens when you look at your watch in-game. That's all it is. Nappa is the strongest Saiyan. It's true. I mean, in Dragon Ball FighterZ, he looks at Super Saiyan 3 goat tanks and is like, nah, I don't need to do that at all. I'm just going to go fight. Watch this. To be fair, he is actually one of the worst characters in the game, and Gotenks is one of the best. So maybe he should listen. Not really much else to say outside of this section is incredibly boring, so we're just going to keep moving on. That's really all that's going to be happening right here. It's just, I keep mashing A, I select whatever the next card is, I hope I succeed, and then eventually it'll say, congrats, you won, and then we move on from there. And then I get to do it again, by the way. Only I get the 6 cards to pick from, and then I do it a 3rd time and I only get the 3. So, I hope you guys like training montages. Hey, it's Dragon Ball, it's fair, it's canon. Okay, so that first card I have coming up here is garbage. I really don't like that one. That's not a great setup for trying to get through this, so I'm actually going to go ahead and use this card, which just shuffles them all around. That's a little more viable. I think I can get by with that. I can get by with these cards, and then eventually maybe whatever the 6th card that winds up coming up on the screen after this. And then if I fail on the final one, that's fine. Again, safety save. Yamcha is the strongest mortal. I'm going to go ahead and say I think Tenshinhan is the strongest mortal. I know Toriyama said it's Krillin. That's fine. I'm still going to say it's Tenshinhan. And sneaky runner-up. I feel like Chaozu should probably be a little bit higher, too. He uses legitimate psychic attacks that were able to stop a lot of people. I mean, yeah, he's not horrible. He has ridiculously good damage. And some wonky corner stuff going for him sometimes. He's viable. You don't see Gohan getting thrown into a river. That does not happen. Nappa's the character Saitama would use. I mean, I guess. Are you sure he wouldn't be busy going to the grocery store and rifling through all of his coupons? I mean, again, look, for Chaozu's purposes, I look at it this way. He uses psychic attacks, which no one's really proven to have a strength against. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I take that back. General Blue used psychic attacks too, and Tao Pai Pai's response to that was, stop that, and then he killed him with his tongue. That's old school Dragon Ball Do. Please succeed. Okay, good. Alright, so we haven't invalidated the run yet by having to save and load. My cards are not great. So we're going to go ahead and save. We're going to go ahead and use this card to get a fresh set. I want like 2 Zs and a 6 or 7. That's not going to get it done. You're hoping to see just the top left number needs to be good enough to get it done. None of that was, so that's a reset. Welcome to this! I'm not going to go to the safety save just yet. If I can get a decent set of cards, I want to at least give it a shot. But again, yeah, the top left number is how strong the attack on the card is, and you have to have much better than that. I'm going to give one more reset before we go back to the safety save. I actually have a save file where I went and grinded out getting 3 Zs, which is the absolute best that you could get. And even then, sometimes the game's reaction is, none gonna happen, tough. No, oh, I did not mean to talk to him. I'm gonna roll up on him with garbage cards. That's great. Let me just go ahead and leave the fight. Hey, everybody likes that free ice cream. Krillin's one away from it. Well, that all sucks. That's all terrible. Okay. Right, we're going to the safety save. Because even then, sometimes the game will still bite you in the butt. Because, like, you have to hope that the planet rolls really low defense anyways. So these are the best possible cards that I could use for this section of the game. I have 3 of them, and you only get to use 3. So if I fail here, the game is still just absurdly mean. That is all that is going to happen. And I've only done about 1/4 of the planet's health, so we're off to a great start. Okay, there's a 1, so that's good. 1 defense on the planet, let's do this. That's the idea, that's the plan, that's the hope. I have to hope that the planet only has a 1 or 2 defense for us to be able to get past this section. 2's good, I should be able to get it. If I can't, I'm gonna be mad. I didn't get it! There you go. Again, best possible RNG, and the game is still like, nah. Or, not RNG, best possible offense you could have. You can just fail on that training session, and, yes, technically the run is invalid, but at the same time, this is marathon safety. That's how it works. You could, if you fail at the training, you get 15 experience, and then you can go back to the house and you heal back up to full, and all that jazz. The problem with that is I'd have to do like 70 or 80 fights to be able to get enough experience to get a level up. I don't want to do that. Can we not, please? Ow, I fell on my head. Hey, we did it. All right, cool. Now, once again, here is that iconic moment of the series that everyone remembers, right? Where you fight King Kai. This is a thing that they put in the game. And rather than do that, I'm going to look at my watch, King Kai. We're done with the training, King Kai. Let's go! All right. So, we get to move on. That was only 10 minutes worth of training. I know you guys love those training sessions so much, so there's 3 more coming up. Thankfully, they're all very, very short, because by that point in time, you're much more powerful, so it's just the courtesy of, look at how much you've grown. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like what they did with the Dragon Ball characters in Super. They all had interesting ideas and such, and they did not really do much for anybody. Krillin got his stuff, but, I mean, like, even Yamcha, he got teased pretty hard and then couldn't make the team. Come on, man. What, his big thing was he got to be the pitcher? Is that what happened? Well, here's a fight I didn't want to have anything to do with. I landed too far away from Yamcha, so now I gotta walk into this house. Hi, Bulma. Bye, Bulma. So, what we do here is we go ahead and collect the various other Earth's defenders. You know, Tenshinhan, Chaozu, Krillin, Yamcha, as you do. We go ahead and unfly and then fly again so that we can turn off combat. The only reason I got into that fight back there is because... Whoa! What the? I thought I turned off my notifications. Sorry about that. Just ignore that extra voice of me in the background. You didn't hear it. It didn't happen. So, like I said, radar is an interesting glitch. Let's talk about other interesting glitches, shall we? I'm going to go to my menu. I'm going to select Yamcha. I'm going to go up to items, and that's not what that's supposed to look like right there. So next up, we're going to select Krillin, and we're going to go ahead and just rifle through some of these cards, which it's not going to select someone other than Krillin. It's going to keep letting me pick Krillin over and over again. Oh, and also those cards are now going to get duplicated. Now I'm going to make a bunch of those cards, which, I mean, you can see just how awesome those offensive ratings are, correct? Doesn't it look great? So this attack is just going to fly, and then the Cyberman's dead. That's how that works. Wasn't that, that's exactly that one in the show, right? We took a little trip around the block, and then that guy just exploded. That's how it works, right? Oh, quick sidebar, everyone's battle power is officially busted. Gohan, Krillin, and Yamcha all have 2.6 million as their battle power. Everybody else is in the 75,000s. Oh, Goku's here. We have to fight Nappa, but since it takes longer to have Nappa actually kill Piccolo, we're just not going to let that happen. Gonna look at my watch. Oh no, look at that. Piccolo's still alive, Nappa is dead. Welcome to this game. There are important fights. We're not going to deal with them. So I don't want Goku to die. So I immediately use an item that stuns Veggie here, so he can't do anything. And then I fly the other people out, because if you beat Veggie right here, right now, no one goes to Namek and the game soft locks the moment you get into a fight. So I should probably actually go out of my way to make sure everyone else gets there, including Piccolo, because that makes sense. Just go with it. Don't think about that too hard. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. Cool. Yamcha has his body. Also, when they resurrected him, he got a new body. Is the old body still out in that crater? I mean, I know that, you know, Dragon Ball Abridged brought that up. Hey, so, what'd you guys wind up doing with my body? Shot to, well, now there's flies over there. Oh, no. Nope, not Piccolo, or not Piccolo, not Goku. Let's go for the fun one. Let's have Gohan just punch out Veggie. No, we're going to go for the flight again. Okay, we're going to take a little trip. And Vegeta's done. Look at that. We win! Cool. So now we have people that can actually go to Namek. Hooray, including Piccolo. Remember, we need to go to Namek to get the Dragon Balls to resurrect everybody that died fighting the Saiyans. Literally nobody did, including Piccolo, which means we still have Dragon Balls. Why are we going to this other planet? I think we just imagine it's, okay, well, we need to go there to stop Frieza from getting them. This is the new plot. We're rewriting the plot as we go. That's it. This is how we do it. Yeah! I mean, in the regular game, you can have everybody, you know, if you're playing glitchless, which, don't do that, that hurts. It's actually not that bad if you know what you're doing. Anyways, you can have everybody outside of Piccolo survive and go to Namek. You can be rolling up on things with Yamcha and Tenshinhan. It's great. It's awesome. It's wonderful. 10 of 10 with rice. Would recommend. All right, so we have to, and annoyingly, combat is off. Annoyingly, they dummied out this fight. Originally, you were able to fight Frieza and Dodoria and Zarbon. But they removed that fight from the game. Kind of sad about it. But that's fine. So, you know, we just deal with the plot as per usual. Dodoria is going to go ahead and blow up some mnemonics, Namekians. Words are hard. And then he tries to go for Dende. And we all know what happens then. He gets kicked by a bowl cut. And did I just get kicked by a bowl cut? Quack! Those of you who don't understand that are probably going to be very confused. Oh, by the way, you know what I like in my RPGs is a mini game where you have to dodge bullets. Welcome to this RPG. It's interesting. Not that it's particularly difficult, but you want to make sure that you don't take any hits, because in doing so, you get a Saikaru, the Guru, the Namekian Guru, you get one of those cards. It raises your battle power by 50%, which is really, really good. Also, it's worth like 30 money. I don't know, I guess Zenny is what they use in this, right? It's worth 30 Zenny, so we sell it. Most of the really cool items that you get in this that would really, really carry you in the normal version of this game, oh no, we just sell them outright. Like, I don't need that, I don't need this, we're just not going to deal with it. Alright, look at that. He can't touch us. If he manages to just lay into you a bunch, you're really low on life, but you still get away. I don't really understand that. You would think he would be able to catch up to you, and then you'd have to fight him. Because I know that's how it is on the second Game Boy Dragon Ball game. You have to get away from him, and if he catches up to you, you have to fight him. You are in no position to be fighting him. So it's pretty well a guaranteed death trying to take him on that early. They don't even let you, they don't give you the courtesy of, can I punch this dude out? You can go straight to QE and punch him out, but apparently that's not going to be a thing either. Sell that, sell this. Great. I didn't mean to exit that menu. That's fine. So, you remember that monkey that was hopping around in the background on King Kai's planet? That's Bubbles. What Bubbles does is he turns off combat, which is pretty useful. We like Bubbles. I know that sentence just came out of my mouth and it's probably weird, but we like Bubbles. I know I need a Bukujutsu. There we go. Bukujutsu, the art of flying. Unomas, and we're good. Let's go. So what those do is they turn off combat as well. Since we can just do that on the overworld, I don't need to use them here. But I always fly left. It's never left. Go south first. Thank you. Since there's a number of caves I have to walk through, and you can't fly in caves, I need a bunch of those cards to be able to turn off combat. Again, I'm so wildly overpowered at this second that I could easily steamroll all of the enemies coming at me. But it's just faster to not have to deal with that, so I'm just not going to have to deal with that. I'm just going to run from that fight. I don't know if you can tell the game's kind of struggling with how I've busted it so far. So some of the cutscenes might wind up being a little bit slower, just kind of annoying like that, but that's how it goes. We're not quite at the point where we get to... or Guru in either case. We're not at those guys yet, and you can get Nail to join your party. Since we don't, but the game kind of expects you to, it's funny because he then still magically leaves your party. I don't really try to think about that too much, I just know it happens. No, this does not go to... Oh, thank goodness. This was actually made before the game on the Nintendo that goes to Cell, but then also immediately ends. So, I mean, well done, gentlemen. What do you want me to do here? Nope, don't use it. Well, don't try to use the Dragon Ball me. You're also, in theory, supposed to collect all the Dragon Balls. We get, like, I think one just normally, And then the rest just magically show up when the Ginyu squad shows up. They're like, yes, we have collected all 7 Dragon Balls by getting them from you. Wait, but guys, I didn't... Where did you get those? How did you... Whatever. Yes, I know Vegeta was collecting them, that's fine. There's an Indiana Jones section in this game. I don't pretend to understand that either, just kind of go with it. And then I said, clean up my jowls. And that was Nail's first day on the job. Yes, sir, I was there, I remember it. Yes, good fun for all the characters. Good lord, I was told you people had sustained themselves entirely on water. How did you get so fat? I'm sorry, my Frieza's slowly turning into the Joker. I don't really know why, just go with that. Alright, so here's Kiwi, right? We all remember him. He's a bit of a troublesome lad and all that jazz. Alright, so like I said, the game's gonna run a little bit slow while it tries to process the fact that I broke it pretty badly. That's fine. That's fine. It'll play catch-up. This is okay. Kiwi's dead. If the game eventually decides to kill him, thank you. There we go. Where did I get this muffin? Yes, everyone leveled. I know, thank you. Can we move on now? I saved 8 seconds on that split. Hooray. So there's one more Namekian person that we have to collect who's hiding in a pot, and I'm pretty sure no one tells you about it. Because that's fair. There's also a pot that I didn't know about until a couple of months ago. There's another one of these large buildings that has been thoroughly ravaged and has those pots, and one of them you can search on the right side, and there's like 57 zenny in it. You know, the stuff you use to buy items. Like, I didn't know there was free money in this game. Nobody told me about that. I wrote the guide for this game. Why would I not know? Whatever. Just go with it. Okay, so Dodoria is desperately trying to figure out how to fire a mouth beam. Blah. Game is trying. Game is hoping. So now we have to fight Dodoria. And by fight, I mean, let's clear out these glitched cards and maybe the game will eventually start running at a normal speed. Are you going to run at a normal speed? Nope, you're just going to punch him really hard, and he's dead. Bam! So that was Dodoria. I don't even need to use the glitched cards. It just hedges your bets a little bit to make sure they are definitely dead. Boop. That, it's good to have one left over for the first training section for Goku, which is immediately coming up. Reason being is because... Oh, I split that extra early, didn't I? Yeah, so that's the split. I was 12 seconds off, my bad. Because Goku has to do another one of these training against 10 times gravity sequences, and he's still not super powerful to just immediately one-shot the session, we go ahead and keep one of those super powerful wonky cards to just get him a foothold. And then we're going to be good! Actually, not. So, that wasn't... The radar glitch, for most of the run, doesn't really play a huge factor. It's a good backup in case you happen to get into a fight so that you can just not be in that fight anymore. But the glitched cards, the glitched battle power, and a secondary kind of glitched card to be able to steamroll a lot of these bosses, that's the way you tend to go. Alright, one last slightly slow section. There we go. Goku is going to be pretty good. Veggie can fight him there, and you are given a Vegeta card after you beat him on Earth. And in practice, they generally assume you're going to be using that card for either Kiwi or Dodoria, so that you can then just steamroll him really easily, because you're not going to be very powerful. And he's going to be, oh, I don't know, Vegeta. He's going to be powerful enough to get it done for you. Yeah, no, we're plenty good right here. No, everything's okay. How are you? Boring conversationalist anyways. Piccolo, we're gonna have company! Speaking of Piccolo, I got one more training session here, and then we get to go back to King Kai's! Because everybody loves that section. It is the best section of the game. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there. Should have won Game of the Year back in '92. But it didn't. Because people had a brain. Okay, so Piccolo's now magically dead, by the way. It just happened. Again, it's scripted, he's supposed to die. So they're kind of like, yeah, why don't we just have this section of the game? it's not actually, you know, a thing. And Piccolo, well, I mean, Piccolo trained, I believe, but he didn't learn any cool attacks. So, what was the point? I want to know. I want to know, but no one's going to tell me. Oh well. So I'm just going to mash A for a bit and then vape. It's the exact same training that Goku went through, but Piccolo is a little bit more powerful than Goku was at the time. Only like, what, 40 times more powerful. So the training is very, very trivialized. You know, as you do. Oh, and since King Kai's like, I do not want to fight you. I do not want to fight you. I'm going to send in Nappa and Raditz. And Piccolo's response is, oh, Gohan taught me this trick. Look at my watch. Time to go! So that's the second training section. There's one more, by the way. Because it's everybody's favorite part of the game. Isn't it? It totally is. So yeah, cutscene. Veggie out in the middle of nowhere. He fights Zarbon. He beats him. Zarbon powers up to his second form off screen because apparently if you're playing this Dragon Ball game and familiar with this section of the arc, you know what's going to happen, but they're still trying to keep it a secret? Blah, and I assume mouth beam. You know, that's how it goes. Hey. So, here's the lengthiest section of the game. It's all caves. Oh boy. We're going to go ahead and ditch those two Namekians, which do pretty much nothing for us. And they're going to take that other kid with them, I believe? Yeah, no, okay. We still have the other kid. He's ours. We got Dende and, I don't know, that one kid. That's what's happening right here. So we're going to go all the way out to, yes, that was Ghost Nappa. Hey, Piccolo. I'm fighting you. Yeah, no, that was them. Oh no, Ginyus are coming. You don't need to worry about that. We got multicolored Ginyu. We got 3 different colors of Ginyus in this game. We got gold, we got brownish. That's the poopy one, I says. And then regular purple, which I think is still kind of pinkish, but I don't know, whatever, deal with it. And then we get off-color versions of all the other members of the Ginyu squad because we needed regular enemies. What the heck is going to be fighting you in this game? Oh, I guess just clones of Zarbon, Dodoria, Ginyu squad. There's somebody else. I don't remember who it was. Great. So I opened... you're supposed to go into this cave because there's another cave where a fairy lives in a pool that tells you you need to go find this item in this cave. But you could go straight to the cave and get it and do that. It is a Shenlong card, which fully heals everyone's hit points and ki back to full. Hooray. It's his evil twin. You know what? I like it. I like it. So yeah, the Shenlong card, really good, really nice. Also worth a ton, so we're just going to sell it, and now we're going to go ahead and... Why do I have a... Oh, no, that's the bind. I was going to say, why do I have a scouter, but I don't. I thought I was still in selling. We're going to buy a bunch more bubbles, because we need them. What is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many, I actually forgot how many Bukajutsus I have. I need that one right there. That's the second one I use for escaping cave later on. There's that Grandpa Gohan of those. Okay, yeah, no, I don't even really need this other Bukajutsu. I buy it just in case I somehow screw up somewhere, but otherwise, that, fill up the rest of your inventory with bubbles cards so that when I'm walking through these caves... Yes, he lives in a pool. No, not the one that I left guarding Vegeta, the other one. You left a pool there. Still trying to go to the Joker every time I'm doing that voice now, and I don't know why. Oh well. Somewhere around here is a place that sells... technically, it's not 2 Dendes. Only one of them is Dende. The other one's just a kid that we collected. Which you have to go save that kid, otherwise Dodoria won't show up next to your ship. Because reasons. Also, you have to get those other 2 Namekians. Again, because reasons. But this is a large cave with a bunch of cool items and such that we're gonna completely ignore. Because, I don't know, reasons. So we're just going to keep turning off combat at selected points because that's right about when the combat's going to, you know, come back. For some odd reason, it's never like the same length of time. It's kind of zone-based. It's weird. I don't pretend to understand it, and sometimes it still doesn't even really seem to want to take. So we're just going to pretend that I know what I'm doing. That is the entire plan right here. Hey, I am the only person outside of Japan that runs this category. So you know what? I think I've made tremendous strides in figuring out what is happening and being able to successfully recreate it on a whim. Well, half of it. Now I'm in a fight and I hate things. You guys suck. Okay, they ran. That's fine. Yes, Dende refers to himself as the White Mage. He is the guy that is constantly healing everybody. That's fair. It's also a little foul-mouthed. I think a lot of people in that are pretty foul-mouthed. Legend of the Kid Collector. So I'm going to come up on not Dodoria, because there's just a clone of him, again, because reasons. The game expects you to go to that cave there in the top left and get Nail to join you. And he just joins the party outright, and then you beat a clone of him. I don't really know why, but they do. And then he's going to do, like, all of the heavy lifting for you. So instead of doing that, we're now going to set up another fun little glitch. Okay, that looks like a fun card, doesn't it? Doesn't that card look like it's going to do a lot of effective things? About as effective as what Dodoria just did to Krillin. Ha! And nothing. Cargo, yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Sounds right. Get him, Yamcha! You kick him right into that ceiling. And dead. I love it. Great. Wonderful. Guru's son, number 118. I don't know if they established that he's one of Guru's kids. I just know that he is a Namekian child. So this card, because you cannot radar skip past a few fights in this, and I mean, we're pretty powerful, but it just makes more sense to have a really, really stupid, ridiculous power card to just get the job done easily and faster. And it also looks really silly because of how it'll glitch out the game. Now, to be fair, that's not speed gaming that's bashing on the game. It's me. And trust me, I played this game probably more than most people. Back, like 20 years ago, I used to write guides on GameFAQs under the nickname Vegeta. Trust me, I know more about this game than most people do. I mean, not just the glitches, there's a bunch of the weird wonky ins and outs and other things that you can do in the game and where to find things and so on and so forth. Yeah. Finding scrubs for you to fight other than clones. You're not wrong. I mean, there were a bunch of just Frieza's minions, but they get outmoded pretty quickly in this. You know, like the dude with the big beard, the guy with the hat and a gun. Why weren't they just the enemies? Why did they have to keep doing clones? Are you going to let me land in front of Guru's place, or are you just going to keep honking at me, game? Well, yeah, that reminds me. I still don't understand what honk percent is. Where is Dagron? I would like to know what that means. I mean, he's on right after me doing Seiken Densetsu 3. But I don't know what honk percent is. Alright, so there's Nail. You know, because he was in the party. You all remember that part, right? It's too far away, don't get into a fight. Okay, I didn't get into a fight. Legacy of Goku was kind of junk. Legacy of Goku 2 was good. And then Boo's Fury was interesting. I don't know how much I liked Boo's Fury. I felt like they changed just enough to keep it interesting, but I didn't... it was... like, too much time spent going, okay, so which equipment do I want to use now? Am I just going to go for raw power or some experience, then also a little bit of a grind in this section of the game, and also I'm kind of lost, and why am I still fighting wolves and Dr. Gero? I've been told to remember to breathe, so I will continue to remember to breathe. Anyways, yeah, no. I'm sorry that you read my guide for this game. I mean, I went back and read that sucker, I don't know, you will occasionally. For some odd reason, I don't even have access to my account on GameFAQs anymore, because, well, you know, the logout eventually just, I guess it lapsed effectively. And, you know, I've contacted them about trying to get my password reset, but they're not sending it to the email account that, you know, it's listed to. So what the heck did it get changed to? And they're not going to tell me what it got changed to, even though I guarantee I still have, like, all 27 other email accounts I was using at the time. Just guys, just tell me, just fire it off to all the emails that I got. Come on, just one of them will be right, and then I can actually update this thing so I can remember to tell you what the inputs in combat are. I don't know why I skipped that section entirely. That's dumb. Also, I had a couple of other wrong things, which, I mean, at the time, they made sense. I thought it was correct, but then I find out it was incorrect because, in theory, it worked out. One of the things that I just got effectively wrong was how to get the Purunga card. No, nothing will end my pain. Thank you. In order to get the Purunga card, you have to do 6 damage to Frieza when he fights Nail. So your Nail, you have to get to 6 damage. Kind of hard to do, but that's just how it is that you have to do it. I thought it was 10 rounds, but over the course of those 10 rounds, you're probably going to wind up doing 6 damage. So 6 of one, half dozen of another, whichever. Hi, Stink E. I'm Drumboardist. It says my name on the screen right above the timer. Hello. So, here's my favorite cutscene in the game. Look, Zarbon showed up and he wants to fight. Problem is, this fight takes a really long time. And then well, it doesn't. You have to wait for him to power up, and then you fight him again, and there's leveling. And instead, we're just going to look at my watch and run away. So now we get to get to see that epic face-off of Krillin's portrait versus Zarbon. That's it. It just kind of has to play while the cutscene happens. Do I know Japanese? No. I did the extremely laborious work of just trying to translate a lot of things using my Japanese to English dictionary. I spent a fair amount of time trying to learn how to translate a couple of the Nintendo games, and I got like halfway through one of them, and I found out it had already been translated, so I was sad. I still have like all of those files, though. I still have all of those files, and I don't know what the heck happened to, like, half of my guides. No, the reviews. I have the guides. Of course I have the guides. I have a bunch more guides I never even got the chance to submit. Mostly a bunch of, like, 7th Saga solo character challenges and how to do that. But pretty much they all amounted to grind. That's it. Yeah, no, there's not much reading necessary in this. Like, once you know what the menus are, you're fine. And as long as you know how to handle yourself in combat, again, you're fine. It's a surprisingly very little amount of memorization. Something like Earthbound, that's going to be a pretty interesting amount of memorization. And there are a number of U.S. runners that also play Mother 2, which is Earthbound in Japanese. Or rather, Mother 2 is Earthbound in the U.S. Whatever. Take your pick. Just go with it. Oh, I got one more. What am I doing? That's hard to do. I have not actually made the attempt at that yet. Mostly because I'm very, very scared of doing it. Alright, finally done with this training montage. Let's bring on the Ginyu squad! Hey! Actually, I'm going to drink some coffee while they do their thing. Gerudo! Rikuma! Bata! Jisoo! Hi guys, I'm Frank. Boss, we told you about that. That joke doesn't land. But I want to be frank with you. God, boss! Fine, I'm Ginyu. Right, so this is the only fight in the game that you can't radar out of. You can radar out of pretty much any fight, but this one will hard lock if you radar out of it. So instead of that, I'm going to use the pool card and drop it down and use the Bukujutsu card, which lets you exit from caves. So that fight, for some odd reason, is a cave. If you try to radar away from that one, the game just has you flying in the air forever. You can't land. You can't move. You're done. Game is it's soft locks. Like, I'm just going to stare at these guys for a bit, and nothing's gonna happen. That's great. Woo. Alright, so Goku's here. Hooray! He always shows up, and then everyone else does all the work. That's generally what happens here. So I need to get this down to 3 stars. Okay, you're at 3. I'm going to use the Goku card on this right here. It doesn't have to be that one. I just do. And now, well, let's just keep messing up with the game. Because I need some of those cards to be a little bit, well, duplicated. I want, you know, a couple of them. I don't know if we actually... Did we cover whether or not I'm really going to be able to have enough time to do the super secret final boss? Because if we do, I'm going to go ahead and set up for doing that pretty much now. A couple things that you have to do to be able to handle that fight, which means one of these Ginyu fights is going to take a little bit longer. It'll take 2 rounds as opposed to 1, but that's fine. That's how it goes. It's just kind of funny watching Goku get steamrolled slowly. Actually, not slowly. He gets steamrolled, and then Jisu's just kind of standing there going, I get to fight that now? Please, no. Alright, so... Who wants a body change? Body change. Ooh. Body change machine, go! G.I. Joe. Okay, let's go ahead and fight these knuckle chucks. Oh, it's an AoE attack. I don't even have to use the special card. Cool. That's awesome. I'm cleared to do the secret boss. I'm fine with that. Alright, so, setting up to fight the secret boss. Goku and Jisoo are going to do a fat lot of nothing against Gohan. He is just a little bit more powerful than they are. He's trying. As they say in the South, oh, bless his heart. And you pat him lightly on the head and you walk around going, something wrong with that guy. Yep. You know, Space Australia. We get it! You're from space! Or does he say we get it from your Australia? Whichever. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually matter. So everyone's just gonna keep trying to punch this, like, 12-year-old in the face to absolutely no avail. Normally you would use the, that super card that I made, and then Gohan would go first and just ninja kick everybody, but that's fine. We're good here. Oh, look at that. Dad's dead. Oh, no. Oh, look at that. Oh, you lived! How did you live? No, no, no. Krillin, punch that dude in the face. Krillin, punch him, punch that dude in the face. Face punch. Thank you. Oh, into a rock. Boy, Krillin mad. Krillin smash. Cool. So yeah, the first part of that setup cost me a minute to be able to do that. That's fine, because I make up that time a little bit later. It's the actual dealing with Ginyu, a second Ginyu fight. I know that sounds weird, but deal with it. Just go with it. So anyways, what am I saying? What's going on? What's happening here? I need to go into one last cave. I need to get all 7 Dragon Balls. And unfortunately, what that means is that Frieza is now officially on the table. Not literally on the table. You know what I mean? Shut up. In the any % run of this, which is what this is, but we're going to expand it so that we also get the secret final boss. That's the last that we see of Goku. We leave him in the ship and we're done. Also in the any %, which I'm probably still going to do anyways because I feel it's the more humane thing to do. We're going to resurrect Piccolo, and he is going to fuse with Nail, and then he's going to live out the rest of his days living on Namek. He's not going to see Frieza, because we don't need to worry about doing that to Piccolo. We could, we're not gonna. What do you mean Krillin won a fight? Krillin won tons of fights. Here, you want to see Krillin win another fight? He can win this one. Alright, Krillin. Do the thing. Do it! Whoopah! Right to the ceiling. There you go. See, look at that. Krillin's a hoss, man. You can't talk bad on Krillin. That's how that dude rolls. So anyways, that wasn't actually Frieza, it was another Black Cyberman, which we haven't actually seen yet, and we're not gonna see in this run. Oh, that's a Christmas tree of Dragon Balls. Dragon Balls, sitting in a cave. Something, 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 Krillin hit my face. Hey! I hope you all appreciated my song. I realize it's not yet the Christmas season, so that was terribly bad and, well, just really poor timing by and large. Oh yeah, everyone gathers the Dragon Balls and goes, alright, who speaks Namekian? Crap. Go on, you're smart. That's not just a foreign language, that's another planetary language. Alright, I'll go get Dende. And Veggie takes a nap. You know, as you do. Alright, you guys go do the thing. I'm gonna... So here's Nail. Oh boy. Look at my watch, time to go. Or don't look at my watch, thank you. Oh, look at that! Nail lost, I guess. Meanwhile, nuclear face Frieza there. Well, this game isn't canon. You realize nobody died on Earth, including Piccolo. Please tell me just how canon this is right now. I mean, we're going to have Piccolo alive and just live on Namek. Now, the real question is... Goku is gonna go Super Saiyan in this run because we're gonna build towards the final boss, right? Of the people that are actually weak enough to die to Frieza without taking like 47 turns to get it done, I only have 2 people really to pick from to kill off, so Goku can go Super Saiyan. So chat, I put it to you: do I kill off Tenshinhan or do I kill off Chaozu? That is the question here. Oh, by the way, so here's Frieza. And I don't really want to deal with Frieza either, but you can't outright beat him here either, so we just kind of stun him to the ground. And we're going to go ahead and send in Vegeta. Go have some fun. Go get him, Jeets! Go get him, buddy! Or he's going to do nothing. Okay, that's actually what you want to see because it's faster. No, I don't want to fight. I'm going to have a sandwich. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Piccolo. Last time we're going to see him. Here he is. He's got to go meet up with Nail. He's going to fuse with Nail. And then he's going to stay on this planet forever. He never meets up with the other people. You can go right to Frieza with Piccolo right now. It hard locks the game. It won't even load the fight. It's just game over. Chaozu, 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 Chaozu. Wow. Wow, you guys are mean. Wow. Man, you guys. Oh, what am I doing? I radar out of this fight. What am I doing? Don't do the thing. So, we beat Frieza. Did you see it? Did you see it? Oh, and he went to his second form. Did you see it? We'll just pretend we all saw it, right? Because now we're going to be rolling up on him again. And, he's already going to be in Form 2, and he's going to show off by going into Form 3. It's fair, right? I guess? So yeah, that's it. Because we skipped out of that previous Frieza fight, Piccolo is on a different map and cannot join the party. Piccolo is gone. Yes. Everyone pay your respects to Piccolo. That was it. Alrighty, buddy. Let 10 be... Now, 10 is gonna do nothing to Veggie. That's gonna be the Goku, Gohan, maybe Krillin, and Yamcha show. Hey, the show's plenty entertaining and interesting. It's just, you know, watch abridged. Please save your time. So look, he's already phase 2. Now he's gonna go phase 3. Great Ridley Scott, Marty! We're gonna get sued! Alright, let's do it. And by let's do it, I mean, look at my watch, gotta go! So, here's the official endgame, if you will. The game is now scripted. Every 3 or 4 fights will not be a regular fight. It will be Frieza, and he'll have some dialogue that he just kind of says at you, and eventually, he's like, I'm tired of this. We're going to go to an island and we're going to fight like men. Which, yeah, okay, I guess. You're not a man, though. You're weird, goofy-looking alien dude. Alright, so don't know where the fights are. Thank you. I need several fights. There's nothing I can do to try and speed it up. It's just bring on the fight, get out of the fight, radar away, wait for the next fight. Once Frieza's done this enough times, then we get to move on, and we obliterate him very quickly. You know, that's what we do. Come on, let's go, let's go. So once we actually land on the planet and do the, hey, look at this, we're fighting Frieza sections, like, there he is. You can fight him. You get one round to do anything to him, the damage doesn't carry over, and nothing happens. And you can't run. So you kind of just have to deal with it, or look at my watch. I can do it! Hello, game. Hello, inputs! I'm not dropping inputs, you're dropping inputs. But anyways, yeah, I use those super cards down there at the bottom of the screen so that, normally, you land on the planet, you land on the island, Goku doesn't even show up, he's resting in the healing pod, and then either Gohan or Krillin or Yamcha just drops the hammer on him in rapid succession, and the last two fights are done in about a minute. We're not going to do that. I do have to apologize because everybody is going to have to deal with about 2.5 minutes of credits, and then about another, I think, 1.5 minutes of dialogue. Well, yeah, I was effectively... thank you, Faizu. I was effectively trying to say that Frieza was Gilgamesh, but, I mean, that's... yes. Frieza with a sword. That's a scary idea. I mean, if it was a good sword, right? Come on, game. Come on, game. Good old Greg. Oh my, come on. Do the thing. Ninja kick the damn rabbit. Do something. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. Yeah, so is Frieza like a race? I mean, he has a brother and a dad. But are there other, you know, Friezas? What is their race called? That's actually something I don't know if I've ever bothered to look up. Which I feel like I should have at some point in time, and man, I didn't. Well, I mean, of course he has a mom. Who else am I supposed to insult to try and get under his skin? His dad? Pfft, he don't care. His brother, maybe. If you said his brother was stronger than him, that'd probably get under his skin. Nah, go right for the mom jokes. Frieza, your mom's pretty warm and accommodating to me last night. Ha ha ha. Which is really funny because her name is Icebox. I'm just going to let that one hang for a bit, and then we're just going to keep looking for Frieza, and then eventually fight him again. Okay, people are just going to run. I don't know. Well, I know King Cold keeps wanting to look at the sword, and then Trunks, you know, blows a hole through him. Come on, game. All right, let's go. So, what is your name? Who's the ruler of your planet, and what is the name of your planet? Vegeta. And I told you all three. Oh, okay. Alright, finally. Frieza's done yapping. That's a fine. Cool. It was Planet Plant, and it was ruled by this Furujin, including Dr. Raichi. I know my jam. I know what I'm talking about. Alright, so Gohan's just going to level the boom on Frieza. Using a super card. Why did this split take longer than it should have? I dropped the ball somewhere. I was supposed to save time here. That was weird. Alright. It wasn't just inputs either. That's kind of weird. Look! He's very, very dead. That's fine. Frieza only has like 500 hit points right there. So, that's correct, isn't it? Now, normally... yeah, he goes to Form 4 and he kills Dende, as you do in the show. Normally, you just outright destroy him, run us over, it would easily be in under an hour. However, we gotta deal with this chucklehead for 3 rounds, and get Goku out here, and kill someone off, which as we've determined will be Chaozu. And then, we get to beat Frieza. So, we're just gonna march Gohan out there, by himself. Have fun with that, kid. Thanks, Czar. I'm talking to Frieza now. Have fun with that kid. You won't. Okay, now the reason I'm going to go ahead and suggest that Planet Plant was canon is because that was used in a few different side stories. It was used in the Bardock, yes. It was used in the plan to eradicate the Saiyans, which was on the Nintendo, but that was turned into a full-bore anime/game on the Platia system, and then got the re-release into an actual anime. Anime? Take your pick. Into a cartoon, into a movie. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, that's how it goes. Some good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I have glitched the heck out of this game. That is the long and short of it is, my goodness, I have borked this game something fierce. So I got one more round of this. This is why I was hoping to try and get a hold of and save a Grandpa Gohan card, because, man, Frieza takes a while to go through his motions here. So, go get him, Krillin! I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. There is a lot of mistranslations in the English dub. I mean, can we just start off by saying Ten Shinhan and not TN? Where did they get TN? Honestly, listen to what they are saying on the show. Ten Shinhan. Oh, I heard TN. No, you didn't. And you never have. And if you look at how it's written, it's 10. It's the sound after te, shi, and ha. So te, shi, han. Where are you guys getting another symbol entirely? Why? Where the eye? Why? I get it, he's got a third eye, but come on. That is just... It's annoying is what it is. So let's go have Goku join the party. Hey guys, what's going on over here? Probably should have saved the game, but I don't really care. That is the estimate, yes, but I'm also going to be doing the secret final boss since we are ahead of schedule, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That is the plan right here. So we have determined, Chaosu, you're up, buddy. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Oh wow, he dropped the max Ki Blast on him. That dude is dead. I guess I probably should have, like, kept a hold of something else to ensure that Goku definitely goes first, but this will ensure that Goku definitely goes first. You don't want to use a card with a low power rating on it. Yes, I know I know they pronounce that in Fighters. In English, put it to Japanese audio. They say Ten Shinhan. Yeah, and the Chinese pronunciation, that is, I was going to say the other one. If you're going to do it in Mandarin, it would be Tien. That is correct. Last I checked, the Toriyama is not writing in Mandarin, so I'm going to still go ahead and say it's supposed to be 10. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and drop the boom. Hey! Yeah, honestly, having all four of them would... having all of the Z Fighters versus Frieza would be awesome. So many people wildly outclassed, and they're trying to figure out what the heck it is they need to do to try and keep up. You know it would be like, Chaosu's waiting for a moment to try and stun him, Ten's just floating above him, waiting to drop a Kickahoo on him, Goku on the ground, melee, Veggie probably until he would... he'd probably die, of course he would. Krillin, we'll just assume he dies, so Goku could go Super Saiyan. Gohan, whatever, who cares. And Yamcha's off to the side crying and just curled up into a ball. So these are the end credits. Normally, yeah, normally this is game over, we win. But now we have to go on. Yeah, the sprite doesn't look right, and that's intentional. And no, they didn't give him the actual correct hairstyle. It's fine. Because, A, we had Goku go Super Saiyan, B, Veggie was alive and in the fight, C, neither one of them died, D, let's go ahead and finish the game, now you get to see the secret final boss, which is, oh, Vegeta learned how to go Super Saiyan just by watching Goku do it. Goku gets mad because he lost a friend, Veggie gets mad because, what do you mean you're the... No! Ah! Oh, it worked. Okay, cool, let's fight. I mean, we're on Namek. We're trying to fly back to the ship right now. Also, Frieza did not ignite the middle of the planet, and Piccolo is just out there somewhere. So this is fun. Yeah, no, Namek is not going to explode because Frieza did not try to blow a hole in the middle of it. Also, Goku, why are you not Super Saiyan right now? Why did it go away that quickly? You're not overjoyed right now, dude. I get it. You and your kids survived all that. And right now you'd see Chaozu flying by, but he did. Piccolo running along. You forgot me! I hate my people. I'm not going to live here. Yeah. So, while we get to the final fight of the game, I'm going to go ahead and vape. No, Broly's the secret final boss on, what, Assault of the Saiyans on the DS? So yeah, for those of you who didn't know, if you have Goku go Super Saiyan, and Veggie is alive for the fight, and both of them are alive when Frieza dies, you then move on to this as the final fight. And if you only have Goku alive and you're really low on resources, that's gonna be a hard fight. Thankfully, I still have another cracked out card to work with. Bring it! Let's do it! Let's go! Wow! I mean, yeah, he achieved it off screen. Frankly, maybe he achieved it right then. Maybe this is the only time we ever actually got to see Veggie learn how to go Super Saiyan. That was it right there. In a non-canon section where Goku's just kind of standing there looking at him. I don't need to work with any of that, so we're just going to drop the hammer and go. That's the plan. I mean, yeah, mad that Frieza is dead, mad that Goku got there first, mad that he's not immortal. Take your pick. Why are you... What? That should have killed you, Veggie. That's not correct. That is not correct at all. Now I have to make another busted card. See, this is why I had a couple of those extra cards to be able to keep on hand. Because if it doesn't automatically beat him, I have to go out of my way to recreate a busted card, make it a key card, run enough to be able to make it the proper attack as opposed to try and hang the game outright, and then I can beat him. That's the plan. This is what we're doing. So, apparently we get to see an actual normal fight in the game. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's break it. Let's break the game. That's my plan now. Another fine reason why I'd like to have some Grandpa Gohan cards, or I should... Normally I'll buy like a Piccolo card, so I have a much better chance of that card actually going off the way it's supposed to. You do that, and you do that, and then you do that, and then we go back up to Krillin. The only problem is I have to make sure that that card is left, so I have to go with just Goku right now, so I have to burn off one attack. Then the next round, I can make it a super busted card, and then he'll just be dead. So honestly, I could send out Goku, I could send out Gohan, I could send out Krillin, and I could send out Yamcha. Who do we want to kill Vegeta? Ladies and gentlemen, I put it to you. Goku, Gohan, Krillin, or Yamcha. Who do you want to see get the kill? While this just continues to play out. Well, that's one for Yamcha. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great! Well, I'm only seeing one for Yamcha so far, but then again, I know the stream's a little bit behind, but they might be able to catch up. Woo! Actually, I could go... You know what? Let's go ahead and make... Let's make this a little more interesting. What do you say? Thank you. Oh, it's not gonna double. It's not a duplicate now, is it? Okay, no, it's not. Okay. Yamcha, 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 Yamcha. I've got a better idea. I've got a much better idea. Everybody, we're going to see who gets there first. This is the new plan. Everybody's gonna go. Let's go. Oh, Gohan! Gohan! Gohan gets the win! Oh, you jerk! Gohan, why? Gohan with the snipe! There it is! So that was Dragon Ball Z, Legend of the Super Saiyan, aka Super Saiyan Densetsu, any percent. It's radar percent because that's what it was dubbed, because you break the game pretty fast that way. But it's the any percent run. It's kind of screwy and funky. I should have probably just gone with Yamcha, but that's fine. This is fine, right? There it was. No, Vegeta is not okay. He is not happy with what just happened. Hey, so that's it. That's all I got. That's it for me. I don't really know of any other cool glitches I could show off. So, outside of just, like, how to radar glitch other things, you can permanently raise people's battle power in this game. And I'm going to demonstrate that real quick by showing you my other save file. I have a save file from way back in the day, from when I screwed around a little bit. Gohan is just a little bit powerful. So if you do the radar skip, but if you select like a power-up thing, like a King Kai card, a Guru card, you can use that on somebody that works outside of battle. And then you can go outside of the building and do it again. And then you go back to the building and do it again. So Gohan's a little broken. So's Piccolo. I didn't really care about anybody else. So that's what happened in this game. So that's it for me. That's all that I got. I don't really know what else to go about saying or doing or anything. Saying. Ha-ha! Or doing. For this game. So, hey Lara, where's Dagron at? Is he ready to get his run going? I don't really know what to do here. I guess I could just hang out. Yeah, the run was actually invalid because I had to load up a safety save to ensure that the major RNG section of the game did not completely screw me over. Yeah. So I'm just gonna hang out on the title screen until, I don't know, something else happens. Now. If you level up Dende in this game, once a turn, he can just heal someone to full. Oh, and fun fact, any of the Saiyans, if you get them down to like 5 hit points, and you use an item that fully heals them to life. Oh, he is ready. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just wait for me to get cut out. I'll do the explanation, but yeah, Saiyans, they get the Zenkai boost. If you give them a full heal when they are below 5 hit points, they'll level up. Fun thing, if Dende is the one doing the full heal, they get the stats from the level up, but they don't level up. So then you can also level up and get the double, and eventually that breaks the game pretty badly too. So just have fun. Just find other ways you can wreck everything. But that's it for me, y'all. Thanks.